Hey, yo, what's happening? This is Guido with a supplemental coffee talk, and what we're going to do here is basically a first look, a live or recorded anyway, first look at new 1.0. So it's Wednesday afternoon. I'm going to do this for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half at the most. Unfortunately, it's afternoon here in Panama City, and there's a lot of brightness behind me. So can't be helped because of my little office, but you can see that I have just logged into 1.0. So I did not play the test server at all. I usually don't do that. Don't mess around with it. I wait till the actual patch is put out. So here we are at 1.0. So I have no real preconceived notions about the patch itself other than what I've been talking about as I have read things and a few videos that I've watched. So let's do a first look at this and see what we have going on. So you can see that right away it says, hey, your settings have changed. So let's press on that. See what we got going on here. We got graphics. I am on Ultra, so it automatically looks at what you've got. I have a pretty good rig. I'm running an i7 with a 1080 Ti with a Asus gaming board. A little smaller than I would like. I think I've showed you guys my computer a while ago. 16 gigs of RAM, DDR4. What else is important in there? i7, good motherboard, and an SSD, which is the new PCI Express kind that plugs into one of your PCI Express ports right there. So it looks like I can run on Ultra. I'm going to go ahead for the first few games here without messing around with it. I'm going to go ahead and run on that. What I do want to do potentially, if I can figure it out quickly here, I really want to be in windowed mode. I don't really remember where that is. Any graphics here, configure, color adjustment. There it is, full screen. So we want to go windowed, borderless. We're going to apply that, and we're going to save. And now I can navigate around without alt-tabbing or switching my mouse to the other place. So we'll go okay for that. So that's good. So we got 1.0 is here. That's the next thing you're going to look at. There's an information button. We won't worry about that. And we'll click out. And you can see then we are in the new garage. Now, I did read an interesting thing on the forum. And this is not shown when you see this. This is not shown in most of the pictures. But there's a lot of haze and fog. I was going to say phase. A lot of haze and fog. Now this is looking like it's afternoon, and I don't know if that dynamic lighting tracks your time as far as what time it is where you are. I don't know. That's kind of interesting actually. That's maybe a little lower than our sun is. I'm really speculating there, so maybe that's just what it looks like all the time. You see some guys sitting over here, a couple guys at the fireplace. We got one of these German motorcycle tracked vehicle things going on. Some flowers over here. Some guys, what do we got back here? We got an IS-2 it looks like, and a, I don't know what that is, but what is that thing? Something with a turret popped off of it. Looks German of some kind. And it's actually got my cartel. That one seems to have my little cartel symbol on the front. That's kind of interesting, if that's what that is in fact. A couple other tanks sitting there. There's a ISU or SU of some kind, people walking around. Alright, enough of that crazy stuff. That's pretty cool. So other than that, the background, it actually looks pretty standard. There's nothing else really changed in amongst here. But I will tell you the T10 looks pretty good. Although it's already been an HD model, so I don't know if there's really going to be that big a difference as far as that goes. Alright, so let's go over here. We're going to pop a couple personal reserves because I'm just going to start playing. We'll do that one and that one. Whoa, personal reserves. Oh, I tried to do two. Yep, that's good. That's a little warning actually that comes up. I'll do it again. It says, hey dummy, you've already popped the 50%. If you do 100%, it will overwrite, essentially take over from the 50% and you'll lose the 50%. Why it just doesn't let you, well, I guess it's because it's already used some time, so I guess that makes sense. Anywho, we'll go over here to that and we'll do a 100%. Oh, I meant to do an hour, but there you go. If we go to an hour and a half, it'll be worth it. And so now we got the T10, and we're going to go ahead and jump into a battle now and see what happens. We'll take a look at the graphics on the inside here when we get into the battle, and then when we come back out, if it looks like I want to adjust some stuff, we'll mess around with that a little bit. So this is the initial look at 1.0. World of Tanks has just dropped that today. Be interesting to see if my load time is different, see how my FPS holds up. So far I'm getting nothing, and I'm not touching the mouse, so it just starts to wander around. There we go, didn't take too long. New load screen. The icons and all that look the same. I am running vanilla. Okay, so we got some purple tanks. That's interesting. I had on my other one, you can configure the image brightness and contrast in the graphics setting. Okay, why is that right there? I had my paint clicked for historical, so I don't typically see this kind of goofiness with purple turrets and all that mess. So that's one thing I will change. All right, where are we? We are on, oh, Redshire. Okay, so here's Redshire, which is clearly a bit different. There's a big blimp hanging out up there. That's interesting. So we're going to go over to the standard place on Redshire. Apparently in World War II, blimps fell out of the sky because we got a busted down one up here. That's interesting. Usually the 9-0 line is kind of the, look at all the water splashing off, and the tank is a little wet. Oh, I'm running stuff over, and it's rolling and being destroyed as I go. So what do the bales of hay do? They used to just disintegrate. Do they actually roll around a bit when you hit them? Oh, yeah. Oh, and they just disappear. All right, that's cool. So this looks similar, although clearly the giant blimp is a big change right there. There used to be there is still the bush and the rock right there. This is a little wider open. A little opener. Opener? I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Okay, so we've got the rock. This blimp thing is really annoying. You know what that's... Okay, so here we are, folks. You know what the bloody blimp thing is for, right? I'll give you one guess. Yeah. Look at the mud. Look at the mud being kicked up by the tank. The big blimp is there for arty protection. Interesting, isn't it? There's that depression issue that this tank has right there. I'm getting hammered. What am I getting? This guy's just tearing me a new one. Can't go through his turret. He's pinning me at will. Wow. So the explosions are pretty interesting, actually. There's another little rock right here that wasn't here beforehand. I'm not sure what just happened there. That was weird. Okay, I gotta turn the sound up because I can't actually hear anything. I nearly fell out of my chair because the wheel's falling off. So there seems to be fight's kind of the same here, but it's a little bit different. Looks like you can kind of get around here a little easier. Oh, there we go. That guy's down. So what does it look like here when I come through? This has all changed a little bit. Usually the guys up on that hill are a bit of a danger to you, but that doesn't seem to be a problem. Oh! Looks like artillery is following me around. So that has not changed. Okay, folks? The artillery following me around has not changed. There goes a scout dead. Am I a little exposed right here? Couldn't get my gun down. So I've done a whole 413 damage. Well, he goes through my turret, and I do nothing to his. because he's got 400 or whatever the hell it is. All right. It's interesting. So this, why is this thing on here? Oh, that was only there in between. Okay. Back to battle. Go to settings. Oh, look at that. So it looks like in battle you can actually mess around with the settings here. Preset filters. Oh, look at that. Check it out. Muted. Soft colors. Deep. Off. Huh. So you can change the brightness and the contrast. So you can really... Oh, look at that. It'll let you know what it's going to look like as compared to what you currently have it set up. That's cool. Saturation. That does lighten it up a little bit, doesn't it? I may even like it a little lighter. So we do that. Okay, so that's actually pretty cool. What else does that do? The default's what I got. There's presets, there's custom. Alright, so that's what that does right there. And you have to hit control, and then that will give you your cursor to move around the screen. You can hit go to settings. And so we will go back to Garage. All right, let's dive back into the, where is it? Settings. And take a quick look here at Graphics Ultra, 3D Render, Dynamic. I got the windowed, we're in 1920 by 1200. I got Vert Sync and triple buffering off. To be quite honest, I don't know what that does. I'm at about 95% field of view is normal, okay? Dynamic. Okay. Interface scaling is auto. That's my monitor. If we go to, that's the color adjustment. That looks like the same thing we were just on. Is that right? Yes, it is. With a little bit more explanation on it too, actually. And the gamma. Okay, just put it on default for now, and there's how you close out of that. And we go to details. This looks like a lot of the similar stuff here. So one thing I would do beforehand is I would lower things like shadow quality and a couple other things that I didn't really want to see. Okay, so one thing I'm going to do is disable grass in sniper mode. I do not want that. That's when you zoom in and there's still grass in your way. So I disable, get that out of the way. That hurts my gameplay. Foliage transparency. Okay, so that's going to take care of stuff that's close by. That's fine. These are other little things. Destruction physics, track effects, and track traces. We'll leave those on for now, just for shits and giggles. And we'll leave all the other effects on for the moment. So that seems to be everything that happens there. What else we got going on? General. Alright, so that's fine for that and for now. We'll move on to another battle. Looks like my T10's back, and I did what? 2 damaging shots, I believe, as I was looking at all the pretty stuff. Oh yeah, I really rocked that one. And we got our guys over here having their dinner by the fire. This is odd. How long it's taking to get into a battle is a little unusual, actually. Alright, there we go. So let's also pay attention to Matchmaker and some of these things, see if any of that's really changed at all. I don't remember if any of that was in the patch notes. This is a 510 on top tier, and we are on... I don't recognize this. I should. Oh, Siegfried. Oh, right. Okay. So this looks more interesting. Now, this is the one... This finally has a little bit more of a feel of an open map. Although clearly the red line is back here and all that good stuff. This doesn't look a whole bunch different. Maybe a little bit. And this is the assault version, so we're on defense. And first things first, let's go check the right side of this whole thing out. This looks to be a little more open. Like the roads are bigger, and yeah, quite a bit more open actually. Interesting. Now there's the sniper TD hill sitting right there. This little saddle is still here where you come up and over. There are 3 artillery. Oh wow, this is really flat on this side. So are they going to come up and over that flat area? If I go down in there, am I going to be trapped in a hole? I think I am. Well, let's just go. This is all for science, folks. Let's see. Yeah, there's that guy just said he loaded in after countdown. That is something. Now, remember, this used to be a massive pit. Now it's just a low spot right here. There was a low spot, but then there was a deeper pit further down, and that doesn't appear to be there anymore. Alright, that flash was actually my gun, which is a little bit disorienting, so I may have to take a look at that and whether I want to have that going on anymore. The C-75 is looking right at. Ooh, there's the artillery. Yeah, that flash is getting me. That is my gun and not artillery or something else. Now I'm going to switch because there's an E-75 over there. This guy's got pretty good depression, so I need to come up on this side a little bit and see if I can also hit him. Nope. Alright, let's see what's going on here. We got a P Victoria. There's an E-75 in front of me. T-10 way over there. Here's that P Victoria. Whoa. Alright, well that was cool. You see that shot go by? You can see the shell glowing as it goes by. That's a little bit sci-fi, but that's pretty cool. That's more like a tracer round or something, isn't it? Alright, see if I can sneak a shot on this guy who's not paying attention. Oh, he's not. Yeah, that flash has got to go. I got to turn that flash off. That gun flash, it's kind of cool, but it's super disorienting. Whoa, look at the shots going. That's amazing. It's kind of cool. Every time I do that, I think I'm the guy getting hit. Alright, I need to disappear because I'm about to get thumped by artillery again. I guarantee it. I guarantee. So the P Victoria is running off. We're going to chase him down. Or at least move this direction. What else? We got some guys in the middle. There's a T-10 anchoring the corner right here. So here's the other little saddle and the... Oh, gee, look at those shots go by. That's pretty cool. Ah. See the shot coming from Artie? Ba-boom! One down. Did I spot him? I must have been the guy spotting him. That's amazing. So look at that, Artie. You got to move back a little bit, or you're gonna get spotted right there, my friends. So, uh-oh. Put him down out of my misery. No, no, no. Ow, I hate you. Look at the exhaust making the heat waves as you go by from your engine. That's pretty cool. I'm really sure how we started losing this like that. Stinking FV is hitting me again. Can we still go over these? Looks like it. There must have been a scout or something out there. Actually, my... There we go. Alright. I am just mostly driving around because I want to check out things. I know there's a SPG. I'm also not really helping the team right here, but we're going to see if we can't find this SPG. I'm kind of curious. There he is. That's a bummer. He just fired. At least I think he did. Armor not penetrated. Well, some things haven't changed. God, of course he both hit and tracked me. And I had, oh yeah, I had to have been dark by then. Where is the artillery? And how on earth did he get away? I'm gonna get killed by that artillery because somehow he got away. Don't have any idea where on earth he could be. Huh. Oh, God. Tracked every time I got hit. Holy cow. Now, I cannot figure for the life of me where that artillery could have got that in that amount of time that I couldn't see him. Unless he got maybe into the bushes just to the left of the Scorpion. That was very strange. So that map's interesting. I sort of did a standard meta move on it, so it remains to be seen on as to whether that's actually the way to go on that one or not. My game has reverted to full screen again for some reason. Interesting. Why did it do that? No, that is windowed borderless. Let's just go windowed. There we go. Okay. Actually, what it was is I wanted windowed. All right. Nope, there's that graphics setting thing again. And my theory is it goes away during the fight, since I don't remember seeing it. All right, here we are on Himmelsdorf. Himmelsdorf. You can see that it looks much larger, right? It's got a larger feel, but it's the same size map, and it looks like generally going to the same places. This is a bit larger, it looks like. This little turnaround spot was much smaller before. It looks like maybe it's more useful for Artie now. This looks pretty similar. This is much flatter right here. Remember how... Wait a minute. Wait till I get... Well, maybe not. It seems flatter, though, doesn't it? Interesting. And this is definitely different over here. Ever so slightly. So the size of it, that little corner is not nearly as pronounced where the T-57 is going. So not nearly as pronounced right there. And look at their... Of course I bounced because that is an Object 268 version 4. If I can get him to shoot. There we go. Oh, bouncing off the bottom plate. That's heat straight into the bottom plate of the 268 version 4, and I can't do a thing to it. Alright, so down goes that guy who believed the hype about his armor, which is pretty good hype, except that it doesn't work when you're behind. Oh! That's what I get for shooting him right in the turret. There we go. Give me that assist damage. Alright, I don't need any more heat, do I? Oh! Dude's running. Oh, boo. Alright, so there's nobody down here. This looks similar. Did not go down Tank Alley. That'll have to be for another game. Ugh. Tracers are pretty cool, I will say that. So he's fired twice. E50 got a shot on him. E50 is going to get a ram on him too. Oh, dude, come on now. Not going to get a piece of this guy. Oh, the Cairn just hit me. Son of a biscuit. There we go. Ah! Stupid T-49 way back there. Oh, come on. Oh, you're kidding. This guy is driving me crazy. 705, are you serious? Oh, I got him at least. Well, explosions are pretty... Oh, he wasn't there. But he is now. Dadgummit. See what the gun looks like. Boof. Interesting. Can't see him. So what does it look like zoomed in? Yeah, it's that great big flash. So I'm going to see if we can turn off the flash. I don't need that anymore. And we will adjust my pretty picture a little bit here. Oops. We'll see some of the chat anyway, I think, if I do that. Come on. Let's see. Hold on while I take care of some technicalities here. Order. Move up. There we go. All right. So we wanted to get in there and get rid of the gun flash. So if we want to get rid of the gun flash, escape is the hotkey to get to this little page here. We're going to go here. It's got to be in details, and I want motion, post, shadow, texture. That's all big muscle memory stuff. Extra effects quality. We're going to bring this down. We're going to knock this down to medium on both those and see what happens. I don't see anywhere where I can just get rid of muzzle flash. That would be glorious. Track effects, track traces, destruction physics. That appears to be the only thing. So we're done there. Let's do that. Back to game. And we'll jump into it again. Alright, so another map we haven't seen. This is Lakeville, it would appear. I was discussing it earlier about the haze. When they show you the videos, they never show you that haze, which helps them to, I believe, decrease some of the quality of the graphics far away. Ooh, look at that. Look at the clouds moving through the mountains right there. Now that's a mountain right there, right? It always looked like mountains were like this in the game, but that bad boy, that's a mountain. Alright, Valley Rush, shall we? We're gonna go fight in the valley, because I'm curious if it's changed. Speaking of FPS, I'm getting 150, wow. 160, that's up there. Alright, so the cap circle is more or less the same. They've still got this rock and this little hole back here for the, looks like the artillery. This guy was here before, but it looks like it's a little bit larger and kind of spread out a bit. My T10 can climb up it. The terrain is mucky, but it doesn't seem to be as god-awful marshy. Whoa, where's the GF? Scouting it out, huh? He just wants to see what's going on. He says, fellas, I just wanted to see what's going on with the map. Why you gotta be like that? This looks interesting here. There must be a sniper position back there, but I can't really see. There we go. Let's do this. So, whoa, there's an IS-3 right there. I don't know if I can get to him without exposing the snot on my... Ooh. And the armor takes it again. Wow. What the... Oh, there's a J... How did he stay unspotted that entire time? That's amazing. Okay. So there's a JPZ sitting back there. Can't quite do that to get a shot on this IS-3. Huh. Of course I got tracked. Alright, so let's change this a little bit. Let's see what we can do up here, if anything. God, he got me just in time. Come on. First shot tracked me. Alright, that is essentially the same useless avenue of attack because it's such a horrendously bad funnel. It's much flatter right there, so arguably it's even worse than it was, right? Because you used to be able to kind of dip back down and it was, you could go hold down there and it would be difficult, but now if you push up, it's a great big flat area that's even more exposed to all the TVs and does not make it easier to push in. In fact, it makes it actually harder. So this is an epic fail on Wargaming's part right here. Absolutely horrendous. Just horrendous. Oh man. Imagine you could make Valley on Lakeville a worse place to play your game than it already was. That's impressive. Sour grapes because I got owned? You betcha. Horrendously bad example of their inability to work on their maps? Absolutely. Oh, that was grim. All right. I mean, how do you manage that? You just made one of the worst gaming experience places in your game. You actually managed to make it worse. Just reflect on that for a moment. Holy cow. The only thing I'll say about it potentially is I didn't feel like I was as bogged down, so it might be that you can move through there a little faster, but that's just kind of a first impression. I'm not exactly sure if that's true or not. All right, this has definitely moved around a bit. This is Murovanka, which used to have the Magic Forest. You want to talk about a map that's been changed more than just about any other? It's this one. This forest has been rejiggered. I can't even tell you how many times. This is different right off the bat. There's no V hole, or is there a V hole right here? Yeah, I guess there is. Yeah, okay, so that's kind of there now. That's still there, okay. Oh, in fact, you can move up and you can actually, if you're fast enough, get up in their face where they, oh, look at this position. Oh, there's not much they can do about that. Can they do that to the other side? Look at how forested this is now. So this is this resembles actually the old Magic Forest. There's a lot of spots back there for people to go Invisa sniping, it looks like. It's hard to tell how many of those trees are actually on the other side of the line, but I think every one of those I can see, at least right here, is part of the cover in this. Look at this. Alright, so there goes the T-25 Pilot 1. He should be lighting stuff up. I'm really surprised I haven't seen a thing here. Now, I don't want to go zinging across it, because look how flat all that land is. You're just going to get owned. Where are they? I've never seen this map go this long without somebody being spotted. That was insane. Oh, I had an artillery on that edge. Wow, dude, what's going on? Alright, that's odd. So we do have artillery that he should be able to, and it is the French, although if he's in the middle of a long reload, we might be screwed. Alright, so I'm going to come back across here. This looks flatter, I guess. Is it much flatter? It looks like it's insanely flatter. There is no big ridge. There's a ridge, but it's not even close to what it was. Look at that. For the record, my dog is one smelly, arsed dog. Ugh. Alright, down he goes. I'll tell you one thing that hasn't changed. Dumb players are still dumb players. Oh, come on, dude. Really? Oh, I thought I did that. I was excited. It's like, ooh, look at what I did. No, I did not do that. You did not do that, fella. Man, dog, really? Is that the smell you gotta make? Jeez Louise. That gun smoke is not gone, is it? Oh man, where's this guy? Oh, he's over here. Alright, so that has definitely changed a little bit right there. I am not certain that any fighting right there is any good at all. I don't know. Looks a lot more exposed to artillery too. Okay. Whoa! The chieftain's very angry. Was he angry that whole time? Holy macaroni. Very angry. Alright, so I got a new skill coming up. I might as well keep up. I'll keep playing this because I got some glare on my screen here, 98%. Closing in on their finishing off their third skill for this tank. Let me go back in there because what I turned off did not seem to do much for that. Extra effects are sparks, ricochet, explosions, smoke, and other visual. Let's see what happens when it's off. Kind of a bummer because it does take away from some of the ambiance of the game. Let's see. I didn't notice the flash as much, so that might be a good thing. I don't really understand why all these massive machines are sitting around on the battlefields now. That's... I guess it's a cool thing or something. I don't know. Some of it I believe is for arty protection, but that thing is not on the map. It's actually off the map. That stuff's off the map. So where are we exactly? This one looks a lot different. That's the... Wait a minute. Where am I? I can't even tell what I'm looking at. Oh, there's the... Okay, so you're spawned here. What the heck? What's going on? I'm completely turned around. I don't know where I am. This is the hill over here. Okay. What's going on here? Okay, now I'm starting to feel it. I got it. All right, so going left from the north spawn, but I actually went forward a bit, so that's what happened there. So here's the hill. Okay. And those are the trails in between. So those are not nearly as deep and channelized. I mean, they're channelized, but they don't look as deep. Let's see if I can get a shot on this guy here coming up. Oh. Tracked him. Oh, of course, artillery. Why not? Gonna mill two right there. Alright, this AX is a problem. What's going on here? It was not getting a highlight on him, so there's something wonky with that rock. Artillery took care of him, huh? Crap, I didn't see this dude here. Oh, I got no friends. I got 0 friends now. They both hit me at the same time. Oh my god, you're kidding me. And my freaking turret's broken. And I'm hammered again. Oh, couldn't even get my turret. Oh, man. All right. A little disorienting. Okay, that was interesting. So, oh, here's another thing I read. Let's see what's going on here. We've got some new tanks in the tech tree, apparently. KR and Scorpion are the same. Mutts, that's recently added. The Stare, that's all the same. The 4503, M1088 low. JT Dicker. The Germans have a lot of premiums. Interestingly, the US does not have that many, not in the, well, there's another 2 little ones. The Soviets have, the KB-122 has been added. IS-6, the Mod 1, the 122-44 is there. That's all standard old stuff. 4202, I don't know, was that there? I don't know that. Excelsior was there, I believe. M449, that was added a while ago. Skoda, that's all the same. So, interesting, the 34.3 is gone. I did talk about that last week in the Coffee Talk. And the 59 Patton is added, which is an odd choice because that's really a dopey tank. The whole idea of it is dopey, to be quite honest. But there it is. If you want the 59 Patton, it's in there. And then we've got the Sturv, 2 Sturvs there for the Swedish. So that's interesting. 34.3 added, and the 59, or taken away, and the 59 Patton added, and the KV-122 added. I think there was one other tank, a smaller tier in there, that was added to the tech tree for gold, but neither one of those really intrigues me in any way. So we'll jump over to the T10. So we're about 49 minutes, so we'll give a couple more games for the initial look. First look. Looks like the border is kind of this graduated red instead of just a line. Well, that's kind of cool. We are on Cliff this time, so good news here is I don't believe I've played the same map yet. Which makes me wonder if they've just reverted to putting all the maps in the rotation because they don't have as many now. That might be. They used to come in different sets of maps and they would move them around, but you could always tell when the set of maps had changed because the 3 or 4 or 5 maps you'd been on for the last 2 hours would stop and you'd get a new map and a new set of maps. Let's see. We're going to run over this. Let's run over this horse. No, don't do it. I want to do it. Oh, that's pretty cool. Whoa. All right, what am I doing? All right, I'm on the north side, so I'm headed over here. That's the old... Wow, look at that. That's pretty cool. That really gives a sense of scale. Look how big that escarpment is. Big bluff up there. That's really cool. The lighthouse appears to be slightly lower. I did read that was going on. So 430 over there. I'm the only one heading up this way, it looks like. That looks a little more wide open right there. Looks like we really took that donut. That's unusual from our side for that to work, but it did. T20 hits me and gives me a dead driver. Yeah, waited too long for that. He nailed me. And naturally the artillery's on me already. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in there to eat heat. I don't know if you noticed all the different rock walls and fences and crap that's in there. So there's a lot of stuff that's going to be a problem for heat shooters. There is some cover from artillery right here, actually. This brick and all this stuff here is going to make it problematic for them to hit you. Why am I... Oh, down a loader. That's what's going on here. Couldn't figure that out. This spot is not bad. I wish I had more depression. Alright, now we got our loader back. Oh no, 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 no. E75, don't do it. Oh good, E75's shooting this guy, so I'm gonna shoot him in the back. Just like, oh what, really? Oh no, Super, don't do it. Let's see that guy. What, where'd he go? Oh, you're kidding me. Come on. Okay. Get a piece of him. What is he on? There's like a ridge or something over there, huh? Oh, into the dirt. Come on. Oh, that was terrible. 430 sitting right there. There we go. Might get a piece of him if he sticks out enough. Oh. Blocked it. You're kidding me, right? There's a Utes back there somewhere, but I'm not really sure where. Oh, look at that thing tip over. That was cool. Love it. Can I get a piece of him before he dies? Yes. I don't know where the TDs would be over here. Like down below, where the where's the oh there's the cap. Okay, cap's right there. So where were the, oh there's one. Maybe a little more wide open over here than it was. I don't know. Let's go get this guy. We're just going to come raging off these rocks. Yahoo! That's why fast heavies are fun. Oh, man. He's trying to get away. So this looks pretty similar here. Maybe a little more cover up there, but not really. It's kind of wide open. There were a bunch of bushes back here where artillery would sit. And we'll just take him down. Huge advantage, maybe from the north right there. I'd have to see how that center spot fights from the south, but I kind of had a heyday right there. I don't think that'll last. Usually that spot by a competent team is pretty well covered up. Or at least challenged enough that I can't sit there and do that. Oh, the music. I haven't been paying attention to the music. I guess I don't have it. Is it not very loud? Where's the sounds? That's one thing we haven't looked at. Let's look at the sounds. Oh, right. Oh, interesting. It kept my old sound settings. Excellent. So let's do this and this for giggles. Let's see what goes on with the music here. Oh, I may have to turn that down a little bit. Here's the airfield. So once again, I have yet to have the same map twice in an hour. I like that. Oh, it's very Arabian Nights. Okay. Yep. Thanks, Spy. Okay, so I have not... I'm going to shoot my gun like a noob. I want to see what it does. So this shape of this map looks very similar. In fact, I'd say the mini-maps look almost exactly the same. Have they changed them? I'm not sure. The village is still... The cap is still in the village. There's still a fairly significant middle island-looking thing right there, so that's still part of it. The way these buildings destroy are terrible. They just disappear. Why did they not make those? That was awful. All that work on destructible stuff and those things just still disappear. Alright, so let's see what happens here. So, alright, so you see that? It didn't have as big a bloom. That's what I need right there because it's very distracting when big smoke happens and you're trying to shoot. It's also difficult to tell whether you were hit or what the heck is going on. This is different right here. You can tell it right off the bat. What's going on with this guy? Ooh. I missed him. And he's in that bush. Okay. So artillery can hit me there. That's lovely. Oh, okay. I see how you're, fella. You're kidding, right? All right, so the rocks are a bit of an issue with your aiming. That's interesting. Well, I can't see that guy. Let's see if I can get a little closer and get a visual on him. Please don't jam me, T10. Well, he's in there and I'm lit, but I can't see him. Let's see if I get hit by one of his buddies sitting back here, because you know he's lighting me. There we go. That's got him lit. That's the spot right there, I think. Oh, come on. There he is. Not really sure how I missed him that many times. That doesn't make much sense, dude. Please don't ram me. Go around me, dude. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna pin a Super Conqueror's face. If we can get him to go around the top here. Oh. That sniper hill does not seem to be useful for them. Uh-oh, that's not good. How come they can't go up and around and take that guy down? I don't understand what this 110 is doing. What am I missing here? Is there somebody... Oh, it's the 263 sniping the shit out of him from the top. Wow. What? Oh, man. Too many guys sitting around there. Our mouse is dead. That 263 is up here too. Yep, there's a Centurion over there. Alright, I gotta do something here to help them out. Yep, so that's just letting people shoot me for no good reason. Been really nice if this Type 4 had done something earlier than this. Would have been really good. He's going to hit me on the side because I blew that big time. Oh, that was lucky. I can't tell where these shells are going. I seem to be shooting in the weirdest damn places. I don't quite understand. What? Freaking Artie. God. Yep. I'm dead. Can't hit a dang thing. I want to. Yep. Shot at by Artie the entire game. Alright, so that hasn't changed, guys. Artie is still played by guys in the red line. Not a single amount of danger to himself. Playing a completely different game than World of Tanks. And somehow that's just fine. But hey, gotta have a place for the window lickers. Everyone is special, window lickers included. All right, here we are on Karelia. I'm gonna say that everything looks a lot more wide open, but I don't know if it necessarily is. A good example is that last map felt a lot more wide open, but once you got up into that little brawling area, based on where everything was, you really had no place to go. All you can do is sit there and peek around corners and let TDs shoot you and artillery pick at you because there's no real artillery safe spot. So as far as that goes, and this is what I've been talking about this whole time as far as what I'm reading about. Like I said, I didn't go on the test server, but everything I was reading about what they're doing is it's all well and good to make it pretty, and they've flattened out some things and done some little things along the way, but the core problems the game has, one of them being the ridiculous use of artillery in it and the way it's mech'd in the game, they didn't touch. So all of that issue is still around. Naturally, the 40T. Oh my god, of course I get freaking tracked. That's awesome. Oh, and I hit, but all I do is critical. Okay. God. I don't even know where that shot went. I did not even see that shot go anywhere. Well, 907, you're a little late, fella. Oh, wait a minute. Was that an artillery shot? Alright, we're going to go find this artillery. I think was that a effect, or did that artillery shot just say where he fired from? Let's find out. Wow. Isn't that something? That is something I've been talking about for a long time. That the tracers should be much more visible. Let's have a little experiment, shall we? Before I quit for the first look, we're going to actually play some artillery here. That's unfortunate because Sand River is very difficult to counter on because there's so many places to go. That's too bad. And there's only one. Well, that's a bummer. I was hoping we'd get a good counter artillery map and I could take a look. It's flute music. This has not changed much at all. This basically looks exactly the same, just upgraded in HD. I don't really see any. That hole might be a little wider, I don't know. It looks like over there might be a little flatter too. This area over here looks to be a little flatter. Not quite as steep. That's kind of, yeah, look at that. Okay. So let's see if we can't catch their artillery. Maybe we'll get lucky and he's one of these guys that sits right here. Oh yeah, artillery's so hard. So hard. Looking for tracers. Let's see if we can see what they look like. Are they more pronounced because of that? I could definitely tell the direction they were coming from. That's what was really interesting about it. I got a hawk coming in on me. I got nobody guarding my side here. Missed him. Got a hawk and a KR. Okay, let's see if I can get one of these dudes. Looks a lot the same. I can't really say as this is very different at all. This is maybe a little flatter coming up, potentially. So if there's a bit of a theme, it's that things are quite flattened out. Oh, did I completely miss? I completely missed on that shot. That's unreal. Artillery's over here, it looks like. Now we're losing. That's a little better. Alright, let's start to work on these guys coming up on our cap. Got JT sitting in some buildings here. He's not sitting in any buildings now. What's this guy doing? Ah, I was close to where he was, but not quite. So we can get this Lorraine. He's a nice light target. You definitely see my shell go out on that lower trajectory shot. So it's definitely, at least from the tank view, it's much closer. Or not much closer, much more visible. Give me a view of that Hawk and or 5041 and we'll go to it here. Maybe we can splash this guy to death. Because that's fair, right? This is fair. Oh, thanks. Yeah, fair. That's pretty awesome. How are we? We're sort of winning, but not kind of idea here. What is... Not really sure what's going on. All right, Lorraine, you got to go, buddy. Ah, that sucks. Will help with this guy, maybe? Oh, yeah, there you go. Dive down in there. That's what I'm talking about. Now back up. There you go. Back, 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 back. No, no, don't go forward. Sit there. Oh, Artie's hard. Probably these little guys right here need a hammer. And in fact, I'm gonna move. Oh, come on. Get a little party going on with these guys. All right, Lorraine. I need to hit this guy big time. Well, got a piece of him, didn't hurt him too hard, I don't think. W's dead. JT is dead. Yeah. Problem is now my flank is exposed here. God, there we go. Now I got to get off here because he's going to come up this hill and I'm not going to be seen and killed. Ah, dang it. That's the direction he's going to come, dude. Find that 230, man. There we go, there's the hawk. I'm gonna splash that clown. He's gonna go already safe up in there, isn't he? I could get to him if you could secure my flank, but okay, we'll support this guy. Oh, 6. Come on. Ah, there we go. Well, come on, guys. He's gonna come and see me. There we go. That was helpful. He's not going to survive that guy. Or will he? He might. Oh, I shot. Doggone it. So this map doesn't play a whole bunch different. Basically exactly the same. Pretty much exactly the same. Oh, not enough to kill him. Oh, look at the shell hole. That's pretty cool. Was that from my shot or from him blowing up? Not sure. Well, all right, that is my first look. About an hour and 20 minutes right there. I'll post this tomorrow as a supplemental coffee talk. Got multiple people saying hello. I did not answer my question. We will have to see. I lost 30,000 on that because I fired gold. If you're going to play Artie, you might as well do it the most miserable way you can for everybody else. All right, so I'll figure that out, whether counter Artie is actually easier. That was a terrible counter Artie map, probably one of the worst in the game. Look how shiny the metal is on that. It is from this. It looks shiny from the side. That just must be the lighting. All right, so what do we got? We got better graphics, some minor tweaks and major tweaks. Depends on which map it is we're talking about. At least in one case on Lakeville, they've managed to make it worse. That's pretty amazing. The rest of them we'll have to take a look at later on and over time figure out if they're better or worse. But they're certainly different. Interesting, in a couple cases they seem to have put some Artie cover, that big blimp, for example, on Redshire, I believe it is. That was an interesting choice right there, because that was always such a miserable place with Artie as far as pushing goes. I don't think it's necessarily going to change, because once you get out from under the blimp, you're still going to get hit by Artie, but I think you won't be getting pounded over and over again while you're just simply trying to fight there. Or at least it will be a little more difficult. I'll have to see what the angles are with the Artie. That I don't know right now. All right, guys, that's it for now. We will see you later. Start sending in those good videos with the new graphics, and we will continue on as ever. Take care.